Following is a live presentation of News Channel Nebraska Sports.
And welcome in to the Pinnacle Bank pregame show on News Channel Nebraska. It's Beatrice and Seward, the boys, getting ready to take on each other. As John Kipper, Kyle Kanoki getting ready to bring you this one, as Seward girls just able to knock down Beatrice 58-47. So the Beatrice boys ready to get a bit of revenge. Kyle, we will start with Beatrice, 5-5 on the season. They were in fact 2-5 before they headed to Western Nebraska to head to the Sydney Holiday Tournament. It was a successful one. They beat Torrington out of Wyoming 51-39, Sydney by 14 points, and then Laramie 64-47, able to win that holiday tournament. Coach Tyler Struck of Beatrice, really thinks they have turned a corner.
Yeah, I mean, 2-5 to 5-5, but then, the thing I look at there is, they're scoring some points. I mean, before that, they were really struggling to score. I mean, they're averaging like 40, 41 points on the year per game, and, at that tournament, they were averaging 55 or so. So, they maybe they've figured some things out on offense, and I think coming back from that, we're going to have a really good look at what Coach Struck thinks they've corrected here tonight.
And as for Seward, 7-2 on this season. They are currently rated 10th in Class B, according to the Omaha World Herald. Their two losses, Kyle, to the same team, Wahoo Public. They are the number one team in Class C1. Other than that, this team has done very well. They have wins against Norris, Columbus, Lincoln Christian, Hastings, solid schools. Still looking for a headline win. I don't know if this Beatrice game would give them that, but nonetheless, a dangerous team with a lot of different weapons. Beatrice has their hands full.
Yeah, they do. I think, just on paper, it's probably safe to say Seward is the favorite tonight.
Yeah.
Seward also, they have really good athletes. You can see that in warm-ups. They've got some guys that can do some things too. So Beatrice is really going to have to play well if they think they can come here and win.
Seward 12-11 last year, but brought virtually everybody back, including their headliner, Nate Litteris. Litteris averaging 17 points per game, 6 rebounds per game. He's shooting over percent from the three-point line. He's already getting some lower D1 college interest, and that's going to keep coming. Head coach Mark Sidwick, he really likes what he's seeing out of Litteris. But that's not it. They have 3 other players that are averaging between 9 and 10 points per game. Kelly Vinalik, who is their most improved player, Brett Meyer, who is a solid shooter for the squad, and Joseph Krause, who is their quarterback on the football team turned point guard of this basketball team. Kyle, from your perspective, how hard is it when you're not just having to worry about a headliner like Nate Litteris, but you got a lot of other solid, good players to also defend?
It's a problem. It's going to cause you some headaches, probably, I would say. Because, if you got guys that can score and you really decide that, hey, I want to take away Litteris or whatever, whichever guy you want to take away. Well, if you take him away, chances are you're going to have to do something extra to stop that. So if say Litteris catches the ball and you want to make sure he gets it out of hand so you double him or something, well, then he can just kick it to somebody else and they can score. So, it's going to be problems, but, I think you just have to be really sound with your man-to-man defense. I know that's what Coach Struck likes. Maybe he'll throw something at him different tonight, but, Beatrice doesn't have a Litteris, so, they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with him. They're really not that tall at all, and that obviously is the headliner, but then you said you got those other guys you got to deal with, so it's going to be a tall task, but I think if you come out and just play really hard, sometimes that can kind of counterbalance the athleticism.
And you mentioned Beatrice doesn't have a Litteris. They kind of did before the season started.
Yeah.
Cameron Jurgens was going to be their guy, their headliner. But he went down late in the football season with an injury, with the fact that he's going to play for Nebraska next year, not going to take any chances, sitting out the entire basketball season. So the Orangemen had to regroup. They had to figure out essentially their whole offense over again, and other guys had to change roles a bit. Coach Struck was incredibly optimistic today about this team. Thinks they turned a corner, as I mentioned in that holiday tournament. He thinks they're gelling better. They maybe early in the season pressed a little too much and waited for the perfect opportunity to shoot the basketball. They're playing a free-flowing offense now, and he feels like they're in a much better position. And if you're able to beat Seward tonight, I think he'd be able to prove his case.
Yeah, that would be a big deal, I think. Like we just mentioned earlier before that, too. I mean, you can clearly see it in just their offensive production. That's gone up. That definitely went up over the holiday tournament. So, yeah, if they won this one tonight, I think Coach Struck is going to be really happy about that. And we'll just see if they can get it done. But, guilty pleasure. Man, how fun would it have been to see Juergens playing tonight against some of these guys? I mean, that would have been fun. He was a heck of a player last year for him. They're not going to make any excuses or anything like that, but I can say just 'cause it's funner for me to want to have watched Cam play tonight. That would have been some really good stuff. But we'll move forward.
Certainly so, and we are just about ready to move forward with the start of this game. About 90 seconds or so before they introduce starters. It's a good time to take one final break before tip-off on News Channel Nebraska. Show with John Kipper or Kyle Kanokia. Getting ready for Seward and Beatrice at Seward High School. Good time to introduce starters as the PA announcer just about ready to do the same to the home crowd. Beatrice coming into this game 5-5 on the year. Seward 7-2. Starting for Beatrice includes A.J. Mahoney, Trevor Schmalley, Dylan Buss, Braden Frericks, and Colton Gronwald. As for Seward, it's Nate Litteris, Kelly Binowick, Brett Myers, Joseph Krause, and Derek Holdorf. Kyle, we didn't get a chance to talk about any players for Beatrice. Leading scorers right now, Dylan Buss and Graham Southwick, who coincidentally is their sixth man, not even a starter on this team. But we'll look at Buss right now, guy that is their only returning starter from last season. He's a very skilled player, and this year he's embraced a leadership role on the team.
Yeah, Southwick and Buss are, they account for half the points of the team, season long. So obviously they're huge to that. But yeah, Buss, the game we watched him too, he was really kind of the igniter, the guy that got things going for him. So, and he's going to have to do it tonight too. I mean, you look at the Blue Jays starting lineup, 6'1", 6'4", 6'4", 6'6", 6'7". So, they're going to have to play really well tonight. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that. If they're going to come in here and win, they're going to have to play really well, limit turnovers, and do a really good job on the defense.
So really well, I guess. How do you combat the fact that Seward has all that length on them? Are you just going to have to make threes?
Just going to have to outwork them. I mean, you're just going to have to make sure you're beating them to all the loose balls. You're playing a clean game. And you got to hit shots. I mean, you got to do it all if you're going to play a team that is talented as these guys are. So see if they can get it done, though. Beatrice is a really proud program. They're going to play hard. I don't have any question about that.
Seward has been winning quite a bit as well. They fell to Wahoo in the first round of that Wahoo Holiday Tournament. That was just a 3-point game, and again, Wahoo number 1 in C1. Then they had a 16-point win against Auburn, and this is their first game back. And as we mentioned in the girls' game, you never know how teams are going to play when you had that long layoff. Beatrice hasn't played since they were 400 miles to the west. So obviously a different experience. And as for Seward, I mean, you just got to wait and see after a week layoff as they're getting ready to introduce their starters. But yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, you look at a guy like Nate Litteris as you see him introduced to the crowd right now. He's long. He's really got just a versatile game on top of the fact that he's their number one lockdown defender. So not only is your guy hitting threes, driving inside, but he's guarding their best player. He's probably guarding Dylan Buss or Southwick, whoever's hot. So certainly somebody to keep an eye on, and just a junior. And that's another storyline for this Seward team, Kyle. You look down their roster, it's like half juniors. And there is a lot of guys, and especially guys that start key players on this team, it is almost all juniors. So this is a team that, while they're very good this year, they may be great next year.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely have my attention if I was an opposing coach. You start all those juniors, and the length, is really good. And you can just look in warm-ups, too. They can shoot it. It's not just, like Beatrice, for example. He's 6'7", but he can play outside. So, impressive-looking starting lineup. Let's just see how they do during the game.
Johnny's Welding, first quarter just about to begin. This is a packed house here in Seward. It should be a fun one, as it's Beatrice and the Blue Jays live on News Channel Nebraska. Seward wins tip, and you get your first look at Joseph Krause. Krause actually getting interest to play football for South Dakota State. As we mentioned, quarterback on their football team. And now jumper, not going to fall for Vinalik. And Beatrice gets the ball back, as they say Seward went out of bounds. So Peyton Murphy with the ball, gives it off to Gronwald. Driving, that's Buss. Buss with the spin move, trying to aggravate the defense, and we'll call that a pass. Missed shot from Gronwald. They'll keep things going. Buss going to drive, kick out. Murphy with the floater. That'll go.
Good start for Beatrice. Both ends, really, they played pretty good on defense, and then there they waited and got a good shot.
Beatrice is number 21, Andrew Mahoney.
So 2-0 Litteris. Trying to find a basket of his own. Unable to get it there. Beatrice gets it back. Murphy wasting no time. Just a sophomore. Kicks out. Schmalley thinks about a three. Going to keep the offense rolling, though. This is a team that likes the inside-out game. They are a team that likes to get to the paint and then maybe kick things out.
Student section's into it. That cranked up real quick.
It's moving it around right now, Schmalley.
Beatrice being pretty patient.
Yeah, they are certainly taking their time. Trying to drive inside, knocked out of bounds by Vinalik.
It at least looks like early, too, that Seward's pretty athletic. So one thing you don't want to let athletic teams do is really get in their groove and get out and run. You don't want to run with somebody who is a really athletic unit.
A.J. Mahoney with the basketball. Off to Frericks. A very guard-driven team, mainly by necessity, with Juergens out. But even without Juergens, Kyle, this was not going to be a team that was going to rely on their post game other than him.
Yep.
And last season for Beatrice, 17-6, but fell to Norris in district play to knock them out of the state tournament, essentially. Three-pointer. That's hit. Braden Frericks able to knock in one early. Beatrice up 5.
That was a perfect start for Beatrice. They probably took a minute off the clock there before they took a shot, and they got a good one from Frericks, and he knocked it down. This is about ideal start for Beatrice right now.
Vinalik gives it out to Krause. Derek Holthorf kicks out. Meyer with the three. That's an air ball. Rebounded by Litteris.
He's got 1-on-1.
And Meyer now driving inside. Going to call a blocking foul. Coach Struck.
Tough call.
Tough call.
See it here.
Yeah, I would say that's probably good. I think Bus moved his feet just a bit before meeting Meyer.
These refs have had to make some tough calls.
Yes. It is not an easy job wearing the black and white. Meyer misses both free throws. And ball knocked out of bounds. They're going to say Beatrice basketball.
Well, we talked about in the pregame, Beatrice was coming out with a lot of energy. They're really fired up now. I mean, their bench is into it. They're getting ready to go. You can see the replay there. The bench is really into the thing. And you're going to have to do that if you're going to come on the road and beat a good team.
Beatrice defense certainly shining. No points given up yet as Bus just misses the three. But good rebounding by the Orangemen. They're going to keep the basketball. That was a huge key to the game for Coach Struck, as he said that we got to hit the boards. We got to, at the very least, make sure Seward doesn't grab offensive rebounds. And if we can do that, then we got a shot. Schmalley, wide open for three. He's got to take it. Good decision. He drains it.
How about Beatrice?
It's 8-0 right now. Coach Struck is loving what he's seeing.
Pitching a shutout.
Krause. They're going to keep the shutout alive. That one too much off the backboard. The crowd is silent here in Seward. Mahoney kicks it out. They're going to move their offense around. Bus trying to get inside. Litteris guarding him tight. Kicked out. Three. It's drained. Beatrice all over Seward. 11-0. Timeout Seward. We'll take one as well. So Beatrice up 11 right now thanks to 2 3-pointers by Braden Fredericks. This is a guy coming in, Kyle, that averaged less than 2 points per game. But I tell you, Coach Struck raved about this kid. Called him every coach's dream. And every coach would like him when he's draining those threes.
Yeah, and they've both been off of good drive and kick opportunities. They're going to need shots like that if they're going to win tonight.
And there's a steal, but immediately turned over as Graham Southwick just couldn't handle it. But then they get the ball right back. Schmalley able to snag it. So now Southwick into the game. Their sixth man, averaging 11.
And Beatrice has really controlled it.
What a pass down low to Bus, and he's going to get fouled.
That was a heck of a pass. That was a pretty small window.
Yeah. Let's look at that again. Husker Rehab replay. Not a lot of places that ball can go in between 3 Seward players as Bus knocks down his first free throw.
Dylan Bus, he'll shoot 2. Seward dead ball substitution number 10, Joseph.
What we were saying, offensively and defensively, obviously. I mean, you're about to go up. You're up 12-0. Hit that, go up 13-0. So, you've really played well on defense, but offense, you've done a really nice job too. I mean, it's been total control for Beatrice right now.
Seward, 5.5 minutes in, still looking for their first point.
Wouldn't have guessed that.
This is a team that their last 3 games, 57, 59, 58 points. There's your bucket.
Yeah, and get the ball to your guy that gets your buckets and give him something. He's been isolated on the wing, so watch that going forward.
Litteris gets on the board. Beatrice still up 11, less than 2 to go. 3-pointer, Schmalley hits it. Second 3 of the game. Ref's going to talk this over. They're going to say his foot was on the line, so 2 instead.
Okay. Our guys will see it. It looks like it was.
The right foot is what we're looking at. With that angle, it looks awfully close. We'll give the ref the benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
Nonetheless, Beatrice makes a bucket. Up 13 again. Holdhorf gets the bucket down low. He's their enforcer. Kicks it out to Litteris. Litteris trying to make a play in the paint, just unable to put it through. They're going to call a blocking foul on Seward. A push-off, rather.
They got to hold for it.
Beatrice fans that traveled here absolutely loving what they're seeing early on.
Gotta love Coach Struck's game plan, too. I mean, he had them ready to go.
I'm telling you, he was a confident man today when I talked to him.
That's really cool.
Bus pump fake. And he's going to get denied. Litteris with the block, but in comes Schmalley. Steals it right back. Ball being bounced around. Now it's Brett Meyer coming up with it. So game pace picking up. They're going to call a foul on. No, they are not. They are going to call it travel.
Seward's frustrated right now. I mean, players on the court just kind of look like they're wondering what's going on. You know, they're kind of in a haze or something. I don't know what to call it, but I mean, Beatrice is dictating that. They've totally controlled the first quarter.
Coach Sidley trying to encourage his team to keep going. Mahoney gives it off to Bus. Bus tightly guarded by Krause. Now he's going to kick it inside. Meets Holdhorf. Stop and go. That'll definitely go through. Bus has 4. Beatrice up by 15 points.
Yeah, Bus took the big man outside and then just went one-on-one with him.
And ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Beatrice.
Out of bounds. Possession, Seward.
It's been fun to watch the energy of the Beatrice bench right now.
Seward might just be waiting for their last shot.
I think you're right. Be pretty surprised if it's not Litteris.
There he is, and that's a turnover. As things just are not going right for the Seward club. Now it's Beatrice. They're going to hold for the last shot. Bus driving inside. Jumper. He's going to hit it. And what a quarter for Beatrice. 19-2. Nobody saw this coming. We'll take a break, see how Seward recovers when we come back on News Channel Nebraska. John Gibber, Kyle Kanoki here for this unexpected first quarter. Kyle, you can talk about Beatrice scored 19 points, but I think the bigger shocker, the Blue Jays with 2. What's going on?
I mean, simply put, I think Beatrice is just whipping their butt right now. I mean, they're working harder. I mean, they're getting everything done the way they want to right now, and you can just see it. I mean, I don't know how else to describe that. They've beat them to every loose ball. I mean, they've just out-hustled them. They've defended them well. You've seen Bus play really good. It's been...
Foul called on Meyer. And I mean, even Coach Struck working up a sweat on the sideline. Needs a drink of water.
And Seward definitely came out sluggish, but I mean, you got to give tons of credit to Beatrice. They're waiting for good shots, being really patient, and knocking them down when they've had them.
Southwick still scoreless in this one, gives it off.
You can even see it now, just how they're working the ball around. They're really just trying to make sure they're making good, clean passes for shots like that.
Unable to put that through. Rebounded by Holdhorf. Seward going for the fast break. Litteris does grab it. Off to Holdhorf. He's denied. Bus with the block, and Beatrice gets the ball back.
Yeah, good defense by Bus. That's a really good trail by Holdorf, but give credit to Bus to stay after it and get the good block. How about the Beatrice bench? They've been fun to watch, too. They're into this.
Almost as fun as the game. Ball knocked out of bounds.
Team effort. It's a team effort for Beatrice tonight.
And one interesting thing with Seward is Coach Sidley told me they're still trying to find a leader on this team. Remember, it's almost all juniors. Somebody in these situations needs leaders to step up and whether it be verbal or nonverbal, try to get their team going. Southwick goes up, meets a couple of defenders, and he's going to be fouled after getting the offensive board. He'll head to the charity stripe.
Well, we said Beatrice is going to have to outwork Seward if they're going to beat him.
They've been doing it.
Yeah, and then there again, he goes up for the shot, misses it, gets his own rebound. Just little things that are going to get you points.
Southwick gets on the board. Solid, if not very good free throw shooter at 76% heading into the game.
Yeah, you saw Seward earlier this year. I mean, they're kind of just, it looks like to me, they're just walking around in like a haze. They don't.
In that game against Columbus, they started slow as well.
Really?
Columbus was up, I believe, if not at halftime, definitely after the first quarter.
Yeah.
And Seward ended up winning that one handily, 57-46.
Right. Well, definitely a long way to go, no doubt about that.
They do turn it over there, so Beatrice gets it back up 18.
I think the thing that surprised me the most about Seward so far, just offensively, is they really haven't ran anything that looks like it's going to get them a high percentage shot. I mean, Litteris got the bucket, but other than that was just an individual play.
Southwick for the tray. That'll go. 21-point lead, and folks, we're in the second quarter.
Yeah. And it's like when it rains, it pours right now. I mean, all the confidence for Beatrice, no confidence right now for Seward. They just need somebody to step up and get them a bucket.
Litteris, there's your bucket. He's got 4, which is all Seward has as well. Orangeman.
You can see why they say he's got some Division I interest. He's got Division I length.
Yeah, Coach Sidlick said that his upside is what is so intriguing. Yeah. He's able to kind of put things together, and he took a big step up this year, but he says he needs to keep improving. Yeah, but the body type alone, he looks like a D1 athlete.
Yeah, he's going to have to get stronger, but I mean, that's every
doable.
Division I athlete pretty much. So, but I mean, the size and the tools are there. You can understand that.
Five and a half to go in the first half. Mahoney controlling the O. Nearly loses it. Gets it over to teammate right now down low. I believe that's Gronwald. He's going to get blocked. And Seward now going to turn it over.
Out of bounds. Possession Beatrice.
So back over to Beatrice. That's a foul. That's Litteris. He bought the fake.
About jumped over Southwick.
He can get up when he wants to, obviously. Once he was up, he couldn't really control himself. Take another look. Husker Rehab replay. All Southwick could do was turn his head.
See Gronewald help him up. Help Litteris up. Good sportsmanship. Seward. Jeez, I don't know what my deal is.
Mahoney, that one won't go.
They were in a zone most of that first quarter, and now they've kind of come out in that man, which sometimes when you're struggling, you just need to get in man and just work your butt off to get back into it.
Couple reserves right now in for Seward. Bailey Sloan, one of them, gives it off to Meyer. Parks Kesselring now kicks it out. 3 for Janosik. Bryson Janosik. It's the first three-pointer for Seward in the game. It's 23-7.
Also a junior.
Yeah, this team, they'll be good next year.
Good this year.
Not playing their best tonight right now, but got to give credit to the Orangemen.
You can see why Coach Struck was so pumped up.
Yeah.
He really thought he had a chance tonight, and obviously he's been right so far.
He did think they matched up well. Right now, kicking it out. 3. Bus. Nope. And ball kicked around a bit. Last touch, it looks like, by Beatrice.
See, that's what you're talking about, too, there with the loose balls. Beatrice didn't get it, but they didn't get it because they knocked it off of each other. You know, they're winning the loose balls right now. They're winning the hustle plays, and that's been the difference in the first half.
As Struck said, this is probably the toughest test of the season so far. They're meeting the test. Got to keep it going. Seward, that's Meyer down low, kicking it out. Kesselring looking for an opportunity. Going inside now. Benowick, he's been quiet. Finding Meyer, posting up. Grunewald gets the and one. So Brett Meyer heads to the line as Seward kind of finding their bearings. Actually, they're going to say
shot counts for Seward.
It does say the shot counts. Okay, scoreboard was late to update.
His first, team second.
Meyer, a 63% free throw shooter.
That was a lot better possession for Seward. You know, they took their time and just made sure they got a good look. They hadn't really been doing that. Beatrice's defense has been really good so far, too, though. I mean, they've basically kept the ball in front of them the entire time. Just made it really difficult for the Blue Jays.
8-0 run for Seward. Buss with it. Over to Grunewald. Beatrice doing what they've been doing all game, taking their time. He's driving inside. Lay-in will go.
Yeah, Buss has been really patient. You know, he could have taken a one-on-one opportunity in the corner, but instead he waited for the pick and roll, picked his opportunity, got to the rim, and made a good shot.
8 points in the game for Dylan Buss. Krause, nice pass. Meyer will finish.
Yeah, good back cut.
Off glass number 5, Firestorm. Brett Meyer scores for
13-point game again. Schmalley scans, gives it off to Buss. Buss trying to drive inside, won't. Instead, a Mahoney three, in and out.
Another good shot, though, from Beatrice. They'll shoot those all night.
Kesselring, guarded, uses the screen, goes the opposite direction instead, kicks it out. Janosek misses his three. Beatrice with the board. Kesselring meeting Mahoney at essentially at full court, meeting her on Seward's end. Grunewald out, three, that's off by Hutt, but in comes Schmalley with the rebound and the bucket. Schmalley with 8 points, and Beatrice yet again up 15. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here as we're pretty close to halftime. Less than a minute to go. Seward able to get their run, but Kyle, Beatrice still able to make some shots. If Seward's going to come back, I don't know if it's going to be one big run. It's got to be in various bursts, essentially.
Yeah, I think so too. And they're, just the Husker Rehab instant replay again. Offensive rebound, which is a hustle play, and put a little English on the ball. I mean, it's been fun to watch Beatrice so far. They've taken it to Seward at their place, Litteris just checked back in too, so you almost think they're going to have something for him out of the timeout.
Yeah, you certainly got to imagine so. So Seward back on the offensive end. Buss falls down. Vanalik trying to take advantage. It's Meyer inside. He's been good tonight. He's got 7. 13-point game.
Buss and Litteris have guarded each other a little bit. And, tonight, so far, Buss is winning that one pretty easily right now.
30 seconds.
Mahoney appears to be waiting for that last shot of the half. And with the Orangemen's patience tonight, that makes sense. Grunewald out. Back to Mahoney. Mahoney just going to hold on.
I think I'd give it to Buss. I don't think they're going to, but that would be my guy.
Buss just standing in the corner. And driving inside is Mahoney. He'll be fouled. So a trip to the free throw line to finish off the half. Still about 5 seconds to go, though. So Seward very well could get a shot off.
Number 10, Joseph Krause and Seward. His second.
Good job by Mahoney, too. Just try to draw some contact and get to the line.
And the line for Beatrice, number 21, Andrew Mahoney.
Oldhorf comes in to provide some rebounding.
2. Substitution for Seward. Number 32, Derek Oldhorf returns.
Mahoney goes 1 for 2.
Substitution for Beatrice. Number 4, Bennett Crandall.
28-14, Beatrice doubling up Seward right now, but still got 4.7 seconds. Meyer runs it down. He's going to have a decent shot. Floater, that's going to fall. They're going to say the and one. They're going to say he got fouled, I believe.
I didn't see a
Maybe not.
No call that.
And so, yeah, that is going to do it for the half. No and one. I misread the referee, but nonetheless, Meyer able to finish with a bucket for Seward, a positive way for the Jays to finish off the half. Meyer has 9. And Beatrice up 28-16. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have your local GM Dealers halftime show on News Channel Nebraska. And we are live in Seward for your local GM Dealers halftime show. Your local GM Dealers include Carriage Motors in Beatrice, Brinkman's in Tecumseh, Larson Motors in Nebraska City, and Riverside Chevrolet in Fairbury. Let's take a look at some highlights from that first half. And it was an interesting one, an unexpected half, certainly. This first quarter, just all Beatrice. Dylan Buss kicks it out. Braden Frericks, he's not a big scorer, but he had 2 big threes. Buss certainly got going himself, as he was able to make a jumper. And then Graham Southwick comes in the game, and he went in on some of this action, but you knew that Seward wasn't going to be stagnant forever. Nate Litteris makes a shot, then Janicek hits a three-pointer, and Seward able to recover a bit from a horrible first quarter. Outscores Beatrice 14-9 in the second quarter, finishing it off with that Brett Meyer lay-in to end the half. So, Kyle, a 19-2 start for Beatrice. Really, they were playing well, but second quarter, I wouldn't say got away from them, but Seward certainly got some of those points back.
Yeah, you knew they were going to make that up a little bit. I mean, it wasn't going to be 19-2.
Yeah, it was unsustainable.
You know, but I mean, yeah, Seward was just stunned, I think, in the first half at how good Beatrice played and how fast they came out. But, you know, you look at it right now, it's only 12 points, so it's like 4, 5, 6 possessions. I mean, that's not, in basketball, that shouldn't be a big deal, and you shouldn't look at it as a big deal. So they just need to regroup. And then Beatrice, you know, the energy they came out with the first half, they got to do that again.
Certainly so. Well, we're about halfway through your local GM Dealers halftime show. Make sure to follow us on NCN Sports, on Twitter. We are checking it regularly, so if you want to let us know that you're watching, maybe let us know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from, any of those details, feel free to tweet at us. With that, we'll take a break, as we'll come back and we'll put Kyle in the shoes of both head coaches next on NCN. And back here live on News Channel Nebraska, 28-16, and you see that clock for the halftime getting closer and closer to the third quarter. It's time for Kyle to be a head coach for 2 minutes, starting with Beatrice. Coach Struck has to be excited, but I feel like how you almost have to try to calm your team down after such a big start. What do you think he said at halftime?
Well, I think the first thing I would do anyway is I would congratulate them on a good first half. You know, I mean, they did a lot of really good things. They did what you wanted them to do, so you got to tell them, hey, great job, but now you're going to have to bring in even more, because Seward is not going to go away. I bet you they probably just got a conversation that wasn't real great.
They didn't enjoy that talk. I can't imagine.
So, they're going to come out swinging, and you're going to have to kind of handle that run, sustain it, and then really handle what you were doing. But, for the most part, I would say just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, how could you not say that when you've been doing things so well? You have to keep out hustling them and keep working them, though. That's a 12-point lead. Gladly take that. But you got a whole nother half to play, and you got to play really well because Seward's going to come out.
Your coach, Mark Sidlick, he told me the other day his team takes plays off. He thinks about 15 to 20% of the plays in a game his team takes off, and if they can improve on that, look how good they are. I think he will certainly say they might have took the whole first quarter off. Well, I can't imagine, as you said, it was a great first halftime talk for the players. What types of things do you think he said?
I think if it was me, I'd just challenge the players right now, and just kind of issue a challenge like, hey, they came out and they outworked us on our home floor. They wanted it more than us in the first half. That's unacceptable, and we need to pick it up. So, Seward's a proud program. I think they're going to come out really hard in the second half. But, on offense, I think they just need to start running things. They didn't look like they really knew what they were doing at times in the first quarter especially. Second quarter got a little better, but they just got to pick it up too. They got to match Beatrice's intensity. So I think if I was Seward, I'd just challenge them to do that.
I even wrote in my notes, Coach Sidlick told me, Beatrice, well, they're going to be intense. They were intense.
Yes, they were.
How will the Blue Jays match it is the question. They'll start out the second half with the basketball. This is your Johnny's Welding third quarter.
I think these first few minutes are going to be really important to this game, too.
Meyer. Three goes off the back.
Who's going to come out and set the tone, Beatrice set the tone the whole first half, but, now we got a new half, so.
Grunewald out to Buss. Long three. That's good.
That's a tone setter.
Buss with 11 now. It's 31-16 ball game.
It's kind of fun to cover Buss, He kind of picks and chooses his moments. He doesn't try to force anything, but if he thinks he's got a shot that he can hit, he'll do it. And just like there, step back behind the three-point line, took it and nailed it.
Benalik scoreless in the first half. Misses the three, and then Seward fouls during the rebounding process.
Seward offensive foul number 32, Derek Holthorpe, his second, team's first.
If I was Seward, too, I might pick up the defensive intensity, too. Maybe try to get your offense started with some transition buckets, get a steal, get a turnover, and get easy buckets to get your offense jump-started.
Frericks off to Mahoney. Now it's Buss. Jumper. Buss is getting hot.
Yeah, he's feeling good now. He's been taking it to that Seward defense. I mean, who's ever guarding him, he's winning.
5-0 start for Beatrice in the first minute 15. Krause scanning, trying to get it to his man Litteris. Benalik elected not to shoot an open three, gives it off to Meyer, and it was the right decision. Brett Meyer, the surprise of this game, he's got 11 points.
That was really good help from Frericks on Litteris, but nobody helped him on his defender, which gave them an easy bucket.
Schmalley gives it off to Buss. Trying to get around Litteris, not an easy task. They're going to keep working it. Mahoney. Seward fans wanted to travel. And now Grunewald out to Mahoney now. Just going to keep the offense going. No sense of urgency from Beatrice. Buss misses the layup. So now it's Seward. Benalik, turnaround. Off the backboard, just not going to fall. Frericks takes it down.
And watch the ball movement here from Beatrice. I mean, I don't want to jinx them, but they move the ball really well. They have this game anyway. I mean, everybody touched it the last possession.
Eric's very tightly guarded by Krause, not giving him any ground. There's a pick by Litteris. Opportunity for a big play, and he's going to slam it home.
Maybe that'll get him going.
Litteris now with 6.
Special delivery from the magic number, Nathan Litteris.
He wanted that one. He knew after he passed the half-court line what was going down. He was throwing down. Now a foul call. That might be on Litteris. It is.
Fouls against number 3, Nate Litteris of Seward.
Litteris is charged with his second foul. So Beatrice back with the basketball. A.J. Mahoney.
You got the size of Seward, too. You'd really think they'd want to get out in passing lanes. You know, Litteris did it the last time, and you see what can happen. So let's see if they keep doing that. I mean, see, Litteris can dictate that. He can force you to catch it out there like that. So if they keep doing that, it's going to be harder for Beatrice.
Mahoney not shooting much. Takes advantage when he does. Jumper will fall.
I think some guys step up and hit some big shots.
If they're hitting shots, I mean, with a 15-point lead, it's going to be real tough on the Jays.
Yeah, because their defense has been really good. I mean, we say the Seward's sluggish, but I think you also just got to give a ton of credit.
Meyer for 3. In the corner, Brett Meyer now with 14 points.
Seward's trying to wake up a little bit.
Still down 12. That was your halftime deficit. Brett Meyer has really been the difference with over half of Seward's points. Right now, Schmalley's stuck. Finds Grunewald. Grunewald back to the basket. Gives it off to Mahoney. Going to keep moving around. Southwick now in. Trying to get it over to Schmalley. And Kyle, that was an excellent pass if only Schmalley knew it was coming.
Yeah, it would have been a tough angle, though. I get why he was not saying it. But cool. Here's that dunk.
For the Orange, number 30, Caleb Wallman.
Add that to the highlight reel, certainly.
You bet. I wish I could be 6'7".
Yeah, I was going to say, Litteris, I don't think that was tough for him whatsoever. I don't even think he jumped as high as he could there.
No, I don't either.
Meyer going inside, now out to Holdhorf. 3 for Meyer. Won't go. Mahoney rebounding, quickly moves it down the court. Beatrice has numbers. Floater won't fall. Grunewald with a tough rebound. He's now quadruple teamed. Gets it out to Buss. Pass over to Mahoney. He's going to drive inside. That layup also not going to fall, but he was fouled.
Seemed again with the hustle plays, you know.
Yeah.
Grunewald is 1-on-3 going up for that rebound. So that's not the play. But then you see Mahoney, you know, he just beats his defender, gets to the rim. These hustle plays are adding up, and that's why they have the lead they have.
Mahoney has 6. Excellent free throw shooter coming into this game at 86%. NBA guys would love to have that percent.
Yeah.
Like NBA three-point shooters would love to have that percent.
Yeah. And you didn't jinx it.
I know. That's even more remarkable.
Maybe at some point when you have a percentage like that just...
It doesn't matter.
It's non-jinxable.
So Beatrice, 14-point lead, just over 10 minutes left in this one. Overhead pass to Litteris. It was a good pass. Litteris does his job, finishes.
That was a great play call, too. I mean, put Litteris on the block, which he really hasn't been on the block tonight. See it here again. Clears out. You see Wallman wasn't in help side, and then on that, you have to be in help side, because they'll just throw it over the top. Easy end one for Seward.
Litteris has 9. He's starting to get his. Remember, he's coming to this one averaging nearly 17 a game. Nice pass down low. Schmalley is able to finish He has 9.
Yeah, the Orangemen have been getting good dribble penetration. You know, you see it this time. Southwick finds the open defender for an easy bucket.
And right now, Kesselring moves it around, gives it off to Krause.
Krause's been quiet tonight. We haven't really called his name much.
Krause right now scoreless, averaging 10. Gets it down low to Holtorf, and he's going to beast his way into it. Holtorf's a guy that they had to convince to play basketball this year. An absolute beast on the football field. He came out and immediately became a starter.
Well, I'm pretty positive he's probably related to the Holtorf that starts on the offensive line for K-State, too. So probably pretty good bloodlines there.
I would say so. And that one's stolen away. Seward on the fast break. Litteris takes it himself. Unable to put it through, but he'll get fouled.
Yeah, and that right there is what you want if you're Seward. You want to get out and make Beatrice run it. And that's what you don't want, obviously, if you're Beatrice. Oh, good Euro step.
Yeah, certainly so. First free throw goes in. Witter is also a pretty good free throw shooter, coming in at 73%. Husker Rehab replay. I think Coach Sidlick would said you might have made that if you would have finished with your left hand.
Always something to coach.
Second free throw doesn't go for Litteris. Meyer nearly grabs the rebound.
Good block out by Buss.
Frericks gives it off. Hutt now in. He's going to throw it away. Litteris with another fast break opportunity. Goes to the hoop. That doesn't go, but Hodorf gets his rebound. Doesn't make his first attempt. Gets a board. Now Litteris coming in strong, and he's going to be fouled. Just the third team foul on Beatrice.
Yep. Litteris is starting to tick over on the offensive end for Seward. He's basically in on every play now.
Yeah, certainly with the reach. That one.
Yeah,
and it called on Southwick.
Yeah,
they're going to say no shooting foul.
Yeah.
Litteris was getting ready for free throws.
Fouls against Beatrice number 10, Graham Southwick, his first, team's third.
And you got to be really aware of if Litteris is guarding on the wing, you know, with that length, you've really got to be aware of him being able to get in passing lanes.
Krause, top of the key. Gets it off to Litteris. 5 seconds. They're going to say a travel. Shot didn't go in anyway. Stuck sends in Southwick to finish off the quarter. 3.3 seconds to go. Beatrice just looking for a decent final shot. Goes to Buss. I don't think they're going to get it. I don't think he knows the time. And that shot won't count anyways. So Beatrice still able to hold on to a double-digit lead, but Seward starts to cut into the deficit a bit. It's a 10-point game as we head into the final quarter. We'll have the fourth quarter next on News Channel Nebraska. Game brought to you in part by Pinnacle Bank. At Pinnacle Bank, the latest banking innovations go hand in hand with genuine personal relationships. Make sure to visit one of their Beatrice locations to learn more. Pinnacle Bank, member FDIC. Well, Seward was able to outscore Beatrice 13-11. They also outscored Beatrice by 5 in the second quarter, but thanks to the phenomenal first quarter by the Orangemen, they're still up by 10. Seward's going to have to go on a run, Kyle.
Yeah, they are. I mean, right now, you know, if you're Beatrice too, you could just really make sure you have good possessions. You can take a lot of time. You know, the clock's your friend right now. But you got to make sure you're not throwing those passes to the wing where Litteris can get in the passing lane or any Seward defender.
Seward defense played well in that third quarter. There's a Southwick three. It's going to be missed. Krause taking it down. And a charge call as Southwick. That was a good call. His feet were planted for quite a while, and Krause rammed right into him. Checking that out on replay. You can see he's sitting there.
Yeah.
Ref was right there in position to make the call.
Yeah, and Krause probably just needs to be a little under control. He's had a tough night. I mean, him, Vanalik, they just really haven't, for double-digit scores.
Both were scoreless.
Yeah,
and a foul called on Seward there. Fourth team foul. Will send Grunwald to the line. And I mean, I guess credit the Blue Jays for being in this game when you consider that two of their top scorers have no points.
Team's fifth.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to struggle. If you got a couple of your top guys that aren't getting anything done for you offensively.
Scoreboard changed a bit. Actually, that is Seward's fifth team foul, and they took a foul away from Beatrice. Beatrice has 3.
Shooting 2, number 33, Colton Grunwald.
So, looks like they needed to clear a wet spot from the floor. As right now, Grunwald to the line for a couple. Just going to be too much on that first one. Grunwald, 67% heading into the game. Just unable to put that one through. Second attempt doesn't go either, but in comes Mahoney.
That can't happen if you're Seward. That just can't happen.
So new life now for Beatrice, and more of an opportunity to burn clock.
Mahoney was the only one rebounding. And he got it untouched.
And he's the shortest player on the floor.
Yeah, that just cannot happen. That sums up the night maybe for Seward, you know? What I mean,
however this game goes, I can't imagine practice on Monday is going to be fun for the Blue Jays.
No. You wouldn't think anyway.
You wouldn't think. I don't know how Coach Sidlick runs his practices, I suppose. I think Coach Kanoki, they'd be some tough practices.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Nice play there by Kesselring. Taking the ball away from Mahoney, but he's just not able to handle it. Good effort play there from Kesselring, the senior.
Possession Beatrice. Number 20, Trevor Schrawley return.
I think mine might be on Saturday.
Saturday at 5 a.m.
Actually, I have no idea what their schedule is. I'm not gonna.
Open opportunity here for Schmalley. Might have had an open opportunity for a shot. Gives it off to Southwick instead. And look at that effort from Buss. I mean, Kyle, you keep seeing it. Seward has all the length, but somehow Beatrice is coming up with the boards.
Yeah, they just wanted more. I mean, I think that's simply the story. I mean, we've seen it tonight multiple times.
Seward has substitution number 14, Bryson Janice at return.
So a foul called on Seward. Meyer, that's his third. We have yet to have a point in the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. I think that's working into the Orangemen's favor.
Yeah, you can tell, too. They're just kind of purposely taking their time.
Southwick, he's had a bit of a rough night, just 4, but he gets fouled, and he'll now go to the line.
Yeah, he's done some other things there.
Yeah.
You know, he's had a few nice assists.
Rough night scoring, I should say.
Yeah, he's had a few nice assists. He's got that charge on the other end just a little bit ago.
Coach Struck says he loves putting him in and off the bench. It's instant offense for his team. One thing he likes about Southwick is he jokes with him that as soon as he walks into the gym, he's open. He can hit a shot from anywhere on the court.
That's good confidence, too. You definitely want that from Coach Struck. Plus, you know, you can start Frericks, who's like your glue guy.
Yeah.
And you know, you really like that, too.
1 for 2 from the line. 11-point lead now for Beatrice.
Right now, if you're Beatrice, you just want to keep everything in front of you. If they're going to hit a shot, make it be a contested one.
Kessering finds some space inside, out to Meyer. Meyer unable to hit the three. As Schmalley drives inside, out to Mahoney. Southwick gonna wait for things to develop. Meyer guarding him one-on-one. Now it's over to Buss. Seward's pretty much stuck with the man-to-man throughout the game. They'll go to zone occasionally. Buss trying to get around Litteris. Sends off, giving off to Mahoney. At the very least, Beatrice has burned clock on this possession.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that I purposely looked at the clock right before they crossed half court. They crossed half court at 5:20.
So a 40-second possession. It doesn't end with points as Litteris steals it away. Then a foul by Southwick. He knows he messed up. That's his fourth. You probably got to sit him if you're struck. And that's what he's going to do. Excuse me, that is just his second. The fourth foul was on Krause. That was earlier. Another number 10.
Yeah. Tricky scoreboard.
Janicek with it. Nearly gets thrown away. Kessering now for three. That's going to go.
That's big. They needed that.
Cuts it into single digits. Seward not going away yet. Mahoney off the dribble. Nice play. Able to finish.
Heck of an answer.
Orange basket number 21.
Mahoney's got 9. Meyer finding Holtorf down low. He's going to get fouled. That one on Southwick. So Southwick now with 3 fouls.
Against number 10, Graham Southwick of the Orange Men. His third, team's 5th. Substitution for Seward. Number 4, Kelly Vanelli.
So we're over halfway through this fourth quarter. So we're trying to cut it back in the single point deficit into Vanalik, and that's the kind of night Kelly Vanalik has had.
Yeah. Well, that was probably the best cut he's made all night.
I mean, he's to the height where his hand's on the rim, and he missed the layup.
Yep.
I mean, that is just a rough shot for the junior. Southwick for 3. Buries it.
God, that feels like it's...
That feels like a big shot, Kyle.
Yeah, it feels like it's a dagger almost, really.
Timeout, Seward. 3:27 left. Actually, that timeout's on Beatrice, but we'll take a break. Beatrice up 13. Beatrice on top of Seward, looking to pull an upset. This Beatrice team started out 2-5, trying to find themselves after Cam Jurgens could not play. Kyle, at least tonight, they found themselves.
Yeah, they're finding themselves right now. Over break, they found about 3, maybe to 9-4 wins. So,
and Coach Struck loved the trip to Western Nebraska. He said it was a great experience for the team. Get a chance to play teams they've never played. I mean, when else are you going to play Laramie, Wyoming?
Yeah.
But it was also probably a bonding experience for this team, and they look like a very cohesive unit right now. But you still got to make sure you slow down a guy like Litteris, who is quietly, with 12 points, has a chance for 13 here, and I don't think he's going away quite yet.
Yeah, and in the second half, he's really been their offense. I mean, they haven't really had a lot of guys that have really stepped in and contributed. But now, so you get the N1. Obviously, you want to make this if you're Seward. But you got to crank up the defensive intensity now. You got 3 minutes left, and you're down 11. So you got to really crank it up. Full court has got to be the defense right now. You just got to do whatever you can.
And a cheap foul for Vanalik. He put both his hands up with the hand check.
Seward foul number 4, Kelly Vanalik.
Smalley's going to get a couple free throws. Well, one-on-one.
So that's the 8th team foul for Seward. They're in the bonus. So as Kyle said, Smalley on the line for a 1-and-1. Second foul of the game for Benoit.
And it looks like Seward's probably going to go offensive, defensive substitutions now already here with 3 minutes left. So
front end misses. Back over to Seward. Krause quickly gets the ball down the floor. And that's picked away by Buss. Buss on the fast break. He'll put the lay in. It's 15 points for Buss. 13-point lead for Beatrice.
Frerichs pressures the inbound. I mean, this has been a fun effort tonight for Beatrice. They've just worked really hard.
Litteris trying to find space. Out to Meyer. Contested three. That'll drop, though. Brett Meyer, he has 17 points. 10-point game. Full timeout. 2:35 left. Don't go anywhere. It's fun in Seward. Back here live on News Channel Nebraska. John Kipper, Kyle Kanoki on hand for this one. And it's been a fun one. As Beatrice up 10, but Seward's still playing well. It looks like we got a tweet from Linda Alderson watching from Wadena, Iowa. Watching a game where Beatrice trying to pull off an upset, but Seward, they still are going at it, but that's an easy bucket for Colton Grunwald, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, and Seward can't trade baskets anymore. I mean,
No.
they've got to get stops, you know.
Litteris loses the basketball. And Southwick wisely decides to let that clock burn, or even better for him, going to get a foul for Meyer.
How about Beatrice? I mean, you talk about pregame, you know, we're saying on paper, Beatrice is the underdog, and, you know, it looks like it's going to be tough for them to win tonight. Well, they proved us wrong. They came out and worked really hard.
That is an effort win if, of course, they finish. But that's the big if.
Yeah, if they can get this finished up, you know, move to 6 and 5. Coach Struck is going to be pumped. I promise you that.
I believe you. Watching him today, I believe you.
Yeah.
He was sweating by like 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah. If they can hang on, you might want to stick around for that post game. He's gonna have a good interview, I promise you that.
Southwood goes 2 for 2. He's in double figures with 10. 14-point lead for Beatrice. It's now or never for Seward.
You see why he's really pumped about his team, though. I mean, they're making really good plays. They're playing really well together, and defensively they look really good. They look hard to get baskets on.
Meyer for 3. Too much. Fight for the rebound. Going to stick with Seward.
I mean, this is a Seward team. If you look at their schedule, you go down the list. You know, they scored 56, 53, 64, 55, 49. I mean,
they score.
They score a lot of points, and that just has not been the case tonight.
Litteris trying to drive inside. Basket won't count as Buss called for the foul. Litteris heads to the line for a 1-and-1.
Fouls against number 23, Dylan Buss of Beatrice.
Yeah, make sure you stay. Following this game for the Twin Rivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram player of the game. And that's missed on the front end by Litteris. And now Southwood gives it off to Buss. And Seward's playing the foul game. And if Beatrice starts to hit a couple free throws, I mean, Seward might even let off Kyle. This is starting to get out of hand.
Yep. Now if you're Beatrice, you know, you've worked so hard, now you're in the easy part. Make free throws, keep the clock rolling, and get out of here.
Buss on the line. Misses the first shot. Seward now with 10 fouls in the double bonus. 1 for 2 from the line. Bus has 16. Timeout on the floor as Coach Struck wants to talk it over. Minute 25 left to play in this one. We'll take a break. .5 lead for Beatrice, 52-37.
Seward's got to hurry.
That's a hurrying as Litteris fires a 3. And ball still on the ground. And a bunch of players on it. It's going to be a jump. Should stick with the Jays. As we got 69 seconds left to play.
You know, too, if you're the Jays, you should be able to get to the rim pretty easily, because if you're Beatrice, you don't want to foul. So if you have something you can get to the rim quickly, that's what you'd want to do here, I think.
Quick 3 from Litteris. They're just not falling for him tonight. What play there by Krause, finally getting on the board. And Seward quickly fouls Schmalley. Schmalley, a guy that came in and really helped spur Beatrice early on. Hit a couple threes, made some nice plays. A little bit more of a quiet second half, but you got to give credit to the senior. He helped this rally, certainly.
Yeah, he did. Beatrice had 2 or 3, 4 of those guys tonight. But just little things. And, Frericks right away. You think of the 2 threes he hit right off the bat to kind of set the tempo or help set the tempo. And then same thing with Schmalley. Southwick was pretty good. Mahoney was really good.
So lots of players playing well for Beatrice, and that's what they had to do. Seward, a very good team. You can see the Blue Jays in Lincoln in a couple months. Yeah. This is a team that absolutely can make the state, but Beatrice, they have that on their mind too. They think things go right, they can get hot. Brett Meyer with the bucket.
Yep. This could be good for the Blue Jays too,
Yeah. And a foul call. There's a couple players were on Mahoney. Look at that hustle. He's hustling to the free throw line. You don't see that very often.
That's cool too.
Number 21, Andrew Mahoney of Beatrice at the line.
Mentioned Mahoney had a good night, or he's had a good night so far.
Mahoney gets that to drop.
He had a couple drives in the second half that were really impressive. He just beat this guy off the dribble and floated it over some defenders.
Second one in and out for Mahoney. He's got 10. Seward moving the basketball around. Vinalik trying to get open for a 3. He gets his first points of the game.
Number 4, Kelly Vinalik for 3.
10-point game right now, and Seward are going to quickly foul again. And so Beatrice back to the free throw line. Simple for the Orangemen. You make free throws, you win the game.
Fouls against number 5, Brett Meyer of Seward. His 5th.
Should be done now,
That's going to foul out Brett Meyer.
That'll bring number 14, Bryson Janison, off the bench for the Blue Jays.
So Seward will next take on Waverly next week.
Number 10, Graham Southwick.
That'll be on the road, and Beatrice has another tough game against Aurora.
Think they'll be pretty confident going forward?
How to imagine.
Yeah.
Southwick goes 1 for 2. Or 2 for 2, rather. 3 ball for Vinalik. Doesn't fall. Krause. They are not going to foul. They are going to let Beatrice roll, and Beatrice with the upset tonight, 56-44, taking down Seward. We'll take a break. Have Coach Struck and your player of the game next on NCN. Here with Beatrice head coach Tyler Struck after a big victory over Seward. Coach, first quarter fantastic, 19-2. What went into that?
It's all on the defensive end. The harder we made their shots, Litter's got some good looks. the harder we made their shots, and we felt like we were going to be able to take advantage of some things on their defensive end. And luckily for us, we did, and then obviously we made some big shots. You know, made a couple first early threes, and just really proud, though. The defensive end is what fueled our offense that quarter.
Yeah, you guys able to hold on the rest of the way. What was the difference the rest of the way, just able to keep the lead?
Yeah, you know, I mean, obviously it's human nature. You know, we got a little behind. We got ahead by a lot, and then we get a little tired, and all of a sudden they get some back cuts, they get some things, and you got to get a lot of credit to Seward. They're a really good team. You know, the reason that the game was tight the rest of the way through is because of them. But we made just enough plays. You know, this guy standing to your left obviously made some huge shots in the third quarter for us, and then we made about one or two real big ones in the fourth, and we were able to hold on for a win.
You guys started the year 2-5. You've won 4 straight. What have you guys found over the last 4 games?
You know, obviously on the offensive end, I think early that we were taking quick shots and maybe not great shots. So then, of course, me being the coach, I tell them to take great shots. Then we're just stop shooting. You know, it took us forever to find a shot, and I think we found that balance offensively. But defensively, the effort's been there. We were 2-5. I kept telling the kids in the locker room, I'm going to take you over that team that just beat us. I'll take you every day because of how you play, the effort you play with, and the attitude that they were bringing. And now that some shots are going in, now it makes a big difference with how hard we're playing on the defensive end.
Getting ready to talk to Dylan Buss, talk about his night.
You know, obviously he's been a leader for us, and you know, he was one of the kids I think early that, you know, it was frustrating for him. You know, he had a much different role last year, and I think that he felt the weight of the world on his shoulders when we're losing games, not scoring, you know, maybe trying to do too much. Then he stopped doing a lot, so he said, hey, you got to be the man for us, and obviously saw that tonight out in Sydney and here. He's been outstanding, and it's exactly what you want from your best player and your senior leader.
Coach Struck, congrats on the win.
Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll bring on now Dylan Buss, our Twin Rivers player of the game. Dylan, did you expect that type of first quarter that you guys just came out and fired right away?
I knew we were capable of that. I knew Seward was a great team and that it was going to be a battle, but we just went out there and we played hard, and I'm just glad how the first quarter went.
And you guys were able to hold on the rest of the way. What was the difference in the game? How were you guys outplaying them?
We play hard. We die for every loose ball. We do everything we can to we play as a team. We do everything we can to play hard.
And you guys started out, like I just talked to your coach about, 2-5. What was going through your mind when you had that rough stretch early on?
I trusted our coaches. I trusted our players. I just knew that eventually we were going to figure it out and figure out what to do. It was frustrating, like Coach said, but you just have to trust what's going to happen.
So 6-5 now. In your opinion, how far can this team go?
We can go all the way. Yeah. No doubt in my mind.
All right, well, Dylan, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
That's Dylan Buss, our Twin Rivers player of the game. We'll take a break. And we are back. It was a 56-44 victory for Beatrice over Seward. John Kipper, Kyle Kinoki. We look at some highlights now from this game, as it was certainly a fun one. Beatrice coming to this game 5-5 on the year. Seward 7-2, number 10 rated team in Class B. Early on, Beatrice, they were firing. Dylan Buss, certainly one of them. And then moving the ball around, ball moving over to Graham Southwick. You're not going to believe this, but Beatrice started the quarter 19-2 after one. Seward, they got athletes though. Nate Litteris, one of them, able to lay one in, but Buss just not going away, jump-starting this team over and over again. Brett Meyer, another bright spot for Seward. 19 points in this game. Check out this throwdown from Nate Litteris. Making that look easy, folks. He slams it home. Seward got going. Outscored Beatrice in the second and third quarters. But those Orangemen, they weren't going away. A.J. Mahoney with a lay-in. And then Buss setting up. Graham Southwick. Southwick in double figures with 12 points in this game. Litteris trying to get his team back into it. He gets fouled as well during this shot. But just Beatrice too much. Buss appropriately finishing us off. 16 points for him. And Beatrice wins this one by 12. Improves to 6-5 on the year. And so, Kyle, bringing you in now. As for Beatrice, Coach Struck, Dylan Buss, they think they got this ship righted. They think that they now have their team that they can take on anybody in Class B. What does this type of win do for a program?
Well, it certainly sends the confidence level up, you know. I mean, especially when you're talking about it and then you go out there and do it. I just thought it was really fun to watch how hard they played. I mean, I can always watch somebody who wants to play really hard, and they did that. They're going to be a tough game for anybody for the rest of the year, I think.
And that's going to do it for our broadcast. The Seward girls won our opening game, and then Beatrice boys able to take down the Blue Jays. So appreciate everybody watching News Channel Nebraska for this broadcast. Check out NCN 21 tomorrow as Fall City and Broken Bow play at Doane University. That should be fun. NCN 21 and NCN Sports Now is where you can check that out. But closing things out for Kyle Kanoki, my name is John Kipper. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.